of YouTube. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel here bright and early on a Thursday morning. Is it Thursday today? Yes, it is. Thursday morning. Yes. So, yeah, I've been trying to woodshed a lot and learn a bunch of. So I'm currently obsessed with this early harmonica player named John Lee Sonny Boy Williamson the first. There's two Sonny Boy Williamsons, and the second one was a fellow named Rice Miller, who did amazing stuff as well. I love his stuff just as much, but I'm such a fan of the old stuff. You know, I've been really digging deep to boost up my song repertoire. And I've been going to visit Sonny Boy Williamson quite a fair bit because I love his songs. I just fucking love them. So that is what it is. How y'all doing? I hope you're good. I'm drinking Pepsi at fucking 7 in the morning. It's fucking crazy. But it goes good with this particular product I'm about to use right now, Skull Cherry Tobacco Blend. I've talked about this dip a fair bit on this channel. I love this dip. I have a long history with it. The first time I tried it, I thought it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever put in my mouth. Then the second time I tried it, I loved it. Like most Skull products, it's kind of dry. Cherry is specifically a little drier, I think. I don't know why. It always has been. Always will be, I'm sure. But it's great. As far as cherry and tobacco goes, there's a few cherry products on the market. And the only ones I've tried are this one and Klondike. And thanks to Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy. And fuck, those were a much different experience, let me tell you. but yeah. But anyhow, that brings me to another topic I want to talk about is tobacco in general, and our little community here of dippers, because you know, as much as my channel is a music channel where I shamelessly self-promote my music as much as I can, I also very much appreciate and enjoy being included in kind of the new school dip community. Like me and Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy, Bergs, Winnington Outdoors, Snooze Freak, Wayside Lee 83, you know, we're kind of set apart from the Mud Jug Get Along gang, you know, the really big dip channels on YouTube. But I really enjoy the back and forth that we have and the communications we have, and I've made some pretty good friends because of that. Real Talk Studios, he's a dipper, great guy. Bergs, great guy, fucking awesome guy. No Bluff Buff, Winnington, all great guys. I don't know Winnington that well, other than commenting in his comment section, but I know Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy a little bit better, and I know Berg's a little bit better too than the others. But it's really cool. But I got to address an issue that's come up when it comes to tobacco. And I only say this because it's come up more than once in my career as a YouTube dipper, where for some reason people think that I'm a connect for tobacco. You know, think I'm like someone who can set them up and work a deal with them or something. And I'm not. Okay, plain and simple, I'm not. I'm not a businessman. I'm not a fucking wheeler dealer. You know, when I get this nice American tobacco as opposed to the $30 Copenhagen that I love, but it's $30. You know, I it's a gift from my dear beloved friend Hillary Thompson. You know, and other people have sent me cans of stuff too. You know, but it's like it's a gift, you know. And I never ask anybody for anything. You know, I never would dream of asking anybody to send me a product. You know, I'm just grateful when they do, and I'm lucky that they do. I'm very lucky. Hillary sets me up a few times a year with a truckload of dip, you know, and Suit and Tie and I have kind of a back and forth going on, trading Canadian products for American products. But that's like, you know, like that's like I'll send him a can of something and he'll send me back like 2 cans of something else or 3 cans of something else. You know, it's not like big time wheeling dealing, you know. But I've had it come up a few times where people have, you know, basically just come out and said, "Hey, can you set something up with your American people to get me dip?" You know, and I can't, and I wouldn't, and I never would. You know, I'm not that kind of guy. I would never ask one of my beloved friends who occasionally gifts me a few cans of tobacco to work deals and set up things for people I really don't know, you know, just so they can have some dip on the cheap, you know. You know, we all got to work out our own problems, you know. And yeah, like I say, like I've never asked Hillary for a single can of dip. You know, I've never, you know, when I trade with Suit and Tie Dip and Chew guy, you know, in all honesty, the stuff I've sent him, you know, I just sent it to him because I want him to try it. You know, I'm not expecting anything back, you know, and you know, he sends me stuff back, but I don't ask for it, and he doesn't have to, you know. You know, and I've sent other people like a can, you know, and never expecting something in return, you know. I don't feel that that's a good way to go about things like that, you know. So anyway, my point is I'm not a tobacco mogul. I'm not a businessman in that way. I'm not going to cook up some deal and ship off a few $100s worth of tobacco out to a stranger to just so they can have tobacco. You know, I work out my business. You got to work out your own business. That's the way of the world, you know. So I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not naming any names. It's come up a few times in my time here on YouTube, and it's come up recently in my time on YouTube. And no loss of love for these people, you know. It's just I just want to make that clear. It's I'm not that guy. So just so you know, yeah. So that's about that. But yeah, Skull Cherry, man, I love it. This is a really fresh can too. I started dipping it in the late 90s. I was primarily an old school kind of dipper, like Coke Snuff and Fine Cut Wintergreen Skull and shit like that. And then Skull came out with their Long Cut series, and the first one I tried was the classic mint because I love peppermint. Peppermint's my favorite flavor in the world. So, and I liked it a lot. Now, in retrospect, Skull Peppermint is kind of one of the kind of low on the roster of of mint dips, but that's not the point. They also at the same time came out with the cherry blend, and it was just called cherry at the time. So I'd never had a fruity tobacco before, and so I tried it, and I put it in my mouth, and all I fucking tasted was fucking cough syrup. It was fucking awful. I spit it out as soon as I put it in. I was like, what the fuck was that? But I kept the can, and I dipped on it later, and just kind of thought, okay, just try this, and now I love it. It's one of my favorite dips. I like the berry blend too a lot, and I like mixing the cherry and the berry too. That's a good one. But yeah, but anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to really, without being angry or trying to be rude or trying to be anything, I just wanted to make it clear that, if you're someone who's getting into tobacco or getting into dip and you want to start dipping, you got to figure it out for yourself, because I can't figure it out for you. I got too much to do. I'm a busy guy, and I'm a man of very limited resources, so yeah, that's about that with that. So please don't ask me to send you dip unless, not like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of made me a bit depressed, but, anyhow, no loss of love to anybody, and I'm not naming names. I'm not pointing fingers, and, this has been going on really since I started doing dip stuff on my channel. So I just I've never made that clear before, but I want to make that really clear. So working in radio and being Canadian, I repeat myself an awful lot. So yeah, I'm sure you all get the point. But thank you all for your views and everything. Thanks for all your support. I'm astounded at the amount of views my videos are getting these days. I've done 2,000 videos on this channel. Most of them have 0 to 4 or 5 views, which is fine. I'd do this channel if nobody watched it exactly the same way, But the views I've been getting lately, like within an hour, I'll have 20 hits on a video, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So thank you so much for all your support. From Dirty Pat Walsh here in the meth end of town in Peterborough, Ontario. All right, people, be well, stay free, and if you ain't dipping, you tripping. All right, be well.